Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week, as dastardly as it is for these opening salvos for the crypto market moves. But hey, there we go. So yeah, we shall go straight over to those 4-hour charts to inspect the damage. So yeah, yesterday, as you can see, we were kind of expecting over the weekend that we were pretty much going to get a reversion to the mean. We were talking yesterday morning when we were up here, and we were looking weak. Yeah, we did say we pretty much were expecting a move down to the 33,000, and then likely basically bounce off that, and then have a chance of basically getting back above 36k. It being a shorter term bear trap, and then us trying to find our way back into this top half of the zone. We obviously got the move down, we got the move back up, and then the rest of it wasn't to be. But obviously you'll note the reversion basically back to the price action around that 36,000 before. Obviously the traditional market futures opened, of which they have now, and yeah, and obviously you can see we've now got rejected from there, come back down, taken out of these lows, wicked actually as low as nearly 32,000. And yeah, attempting to get held by this level as we speak. But yeah, clearly it's not looking good. Obviously a forward check, a back check, and a paycheck move there, or just a back test, as you could also call it. But yeah, obviously not looking very good. Like I said, we are currently at this support level. If we do hold this level, if we do make our way back up, then if we can get back over 36,000, then we can not be looking so bad. But as it stands, I mean, as I said, the trend is your friend. This trend is obviously down. We've been we've basically been ping ponging around this wider range. So whilst we really don't want to be coming to test all the way at the bottom, because obviously if you test the bottom, you can fail that test, and then obviously come below, and then we'll be deep into the 20Ks. We want we want to hold here really, and then that would also be a higher low relative to this low here, and yeah, just a safe buffer zone away from this 30,000. But though that is not necessarily what's going to happen. We could very easily just price action can just stay weak around this $33,000 level, and then ultimately just break down towards 30k. So we have got to be careful. Obviously, traditional markets are definitely not liking that. Are having a somewhat of a taper tantrum, but this is just such a mild mild rhetoric from the Fed to cause these sorts of problems. Yeah, I mean they're basically telling the Fed you're in this until the end. But anyway, so yeah, not looking ideal there. Ethereum Bitcoin pairing is pretty much just holding around about where it is for the time being. But if we do get an acceleration down, then I think this will obviously suffer more than obviously Bitcoin, just because that is the historic precedent that is set, that Ethereum is the silver to Bitcoin's gold. So if gold goes down, silver will go down quicker. But hey, let's not forget, I think a lot of people in this market have been buying up Bitcoin. So maybe when they start dumping even more, it's Bitcoin they dump as opposed to Ethereum, and this pairing does go up. But that's just pure speculation. But at the moment, you can see we're just hovering around a range, attempting to not go any lower, and then potentially try and make a move back up towards maybe even this trend line. Bitcoin dominance as well is doing a similar thing, holding up there, drifting down a little bit. You could say this is looking like a bull flag, but realistically we're looking for above here or below this level, continuation downwards or continuation upwards. Those stock market futures mounting a bit of a bounce here at the all important 1.618. Yeah, obviously this ascending wedge does have targets of a lot lower, but they do not have to be met. We do have a lot of price action confluence here, obviously on the 1.618. So yeah, we could basically bounce off here and continue upwards, and it could be crisis over when, like I said, the market just sits down and thinks, wait a minute, the Fed can't increase rates, the Fed won't increase rates. What are we worried about? So yeah, that is that. Also the DXY, the dollar at this level here, where yeah, well, where realistically has to get rejected, doing an okay job of it thus far, but we could very easily get a move down into this level, a bounce off here, maybe into this level again, wick above it, a liquidity hunt to the upside, and then come back down. You don't often get moves up straight up and straight down, obviously, as we know. It's just not how price action usually works. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on this, because obviously if it does break upwards, and then it will be pretty. If it breaks upwards from here, in all likelihood we are heading towards the 94s, and at which point Bitcoin is not really going to hold $30,000. Let's be real. The USD pairing as well, hitting obviously this low level, not good. I mean, this could, if Bitcoin does move down, trigger a move down in Ethereum, because obviously this is an important level for Ethereum, but obviously moving down from here for Bitcoin is only losing 33k, where at its major level is 30k. So Ethereum may accelerate down quicker than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin still has an important support level, whereas Ethereum would have lost this important support level. So yes, be aware of that. Oh yeah, gold. Didn't really look at gold. Gold obviously got whacked. Whacked obviously with obviously talks of tightening. Gold doesn't like tightening, but yes. So there we go, tightening because of inflation. Gold does like inflation, but obviously gold didn't like what was going on. But yeah, hit back down. Are we going to put in a higher low relative to these lows here? I mean, you guys know my views are most likely, because my views are that they aren't really going to do any significant tightening. They may try and cool down the housing market with the less mortgage-backed security purchases, but so far as actually increasing like the Fed's fund rate, I mean, it ain't gonna happen, guys. It ain't gonna happen. That thing is done. That thing has they have spent all those bullets. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it, apart from the stochastics. 4 hour looks like, well, 4 hour looks like it can at least give us a chance of holding 33,000. The 10 hour, I guess, is still going to be pretty low, and yeah, and I was going to say pretty low, and then potentially turning back down with this move down. But yeah, obviously it's from a low level, so even just getting above 30, back above and holding 33,000 will turn this back up eventually. 12 hour very deep as well, so potential to turn back up and help us out. Daily still diving. 2 day has turned down now. 3 day down is still low. I mean, obviously everything is not looking good here, but we have the 4 hour, we have 10 and 12 hour very deep. So like I did say in yesterday's video, the stochastics will eventually give us some upward bias and upward support, but it just depends where that comes from. Does it come from this $33,000 level and we move up, or do we actually come all the way down to the bottom end of the range to 30,000, and then do we try it from there? Obviously, we don't want to see that, because if we're going to go lower than 30,000, we obviously have to go to 30,000, and we don't want to go lower than 30,000. Therefore, it would help if we don't go to 30,000. But that is, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so that is it, really, guys. We are basically looking for how low do we go? How low do we go in this this rejection from the top of the range? This really has to be it. Otherwise, we are gonna seriously increase the probabilities of a breakdown. Especially with the ferocity, the momentum of this move straight down from the top, you'll notice none of the moves thus far from top to bottom have been quite so aggressive. So this clearly, if we do come down to the 30,000, clearly has a good shot of breaking it. So we need this line in the sand here. So that's what we need. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen. If we do start coming down, we need to be careful. If we do start closing back above, let's say 34, we got a good chance of getting back up to 36, and then taking out 36 should accelerate us up to the next level, 38, and things will not start to look not so bad again. But obviously we just got to see what happens. I think first, fully and formally, we need this DXY to stop going up, to basically look like it is topping and then start to make progress to the downside, and then markets may start to not be quite so worried. So yeah, that is it, guys. Yeah, again, welcome to Monday, welcome to the new trading week. Thank you for listening, and I shall remind you guys that this is not financial advice, and then I shall also speak to you guys later.